Hi. Just one for fishing, please.
$5.50.
Thank you. I feel the pain.
Oh.
It is kind of a windy one, but today we are back out at the pier. We've got 2 different rods. We got some lures, we got some stuff in the backpack, and we stopped at the tackle shop. We got some secret bait, which hopefully will help us catch something today. As I said, it's kind of windy, but in a way that's kind of good. These are northeast winds, which are supposed to help clean the water up. It's just been blowing straight south. It's been dirty water. It's actually looking pretty good here today. This is just a really fun time of the year. There could be a lot of different things out here. There's a good amount of people fishing. I still want to get into some Spanish mackerel. We haven't really done that so far yet this year. Bluefish, redfish, trout, weakfish, a bunch of different things. But also, if you've been around the channel for a while, the past couple years, I have been trying to catch my first ever keeper pompano. This time of the year, these fish are migrating with the water temperatures coming south to north, so they should be in this area right now. They are supposed to be some of the best eating fish and most expensive fish you could buy like on the market. I would like to catch one of those, but I'm down for freaking whatever, man. Let's get out here and see what we can do. All right, so here is a look at the beach. This water is looking pretty decently clear. It's just choppy and rough out there. This wind is gusting more than I thought it was going to be. How's it going, dude?
Pretty good.
You catch anything today? Here is the other side. I don't know if you guys can see that. The lifeguard down there, they are flying, I think that's a red flag. I am colorblind, which I believe means that the surf is dangerous. There's some surfers out there. There's definitely some rip currents. Although it's kind of rough, it looks like pretty decently clear water. Last time I was here was probably a little over a week ago. The water was super clear. Like I saw all these cool sea turtles and stuff. But yeah, I didn't really catch that much. Hopefully today's a different story. Oh, I love that smell, dude. With the little saltwater breeze action going on. It is a pretty packed house today at the pier. The thing is, like, especially it seems like when the pompano or whiting are around, the pier becomes shorter because people put out multiple rods and kind of like spread out their stuff a little bit, so it's harder to find somewhere to cast. So what I like to do when I come out here is just kind of observe people, not in like a creepy way, but you see if anybody's catching anything, what they're using. This guy's hooked up with something. From what I saw, it looked like he had a little tiny pompano. Hey man, any sign of life is a good sign. So in our bucket, we have got, see, I don't know if, are you supposed to fill these with water? The guy at the bait shop did. So we have got some of these dudes. All right, so here's what we're gonna be trying at first. We just have a sand flea on a little circle hook, just on a little Carolina rig. Yeah, I just figured I'd come out and see what's around today.
Nothing.
It looked like that guy caught a little pompano just now.
Oh, he's been out here for a few hours.
There's gotta be something around. Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up? Nothing. No Spanish, no blues, no nothing.
Nothing.
What, are you giving up?
Yeah.
You've had it.
What's up, man? How's it going?
I haven't seen it like that. Well, last March was. You were here last March. Yeah, you know all about it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, you were using a gotcha and stuff? Oh,
yeah,
you know all about
out on the end there. And
oh, yeah.
you could just see them. You could see the bait. It was clear as heck.
Woo.
And they would just,
Woo,
yeah.
You just throw it out there and boom, we had 20, 30 blues in no time.
Crazy.
Oh, I love it. I don't like fishing. I like catching.
Yeah.
I'm not into sitting around on bait and watching. I did that young in the 70s. That's what I call a good blue last March.
Oh, yeah.
That was like a 17, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You remember that? They were thick in here. They were crazy. A lot of them were 15 and a half. I measured that with 15 and a half. Like
Jeez.
That. Yeah, that's when you got to hand line them up.
Yeah, that's fun.
When they're fat. Look at the teeth on this one.
So what kind of fish do you catch here?
I guess it depends. They're catching some pompano here and there, whiting or really whatever's around.
Okay.
It's been kind of slow today though. I haven't caught anything yet.
No.
All right, well there's been a little bit of action here and there. We've been here for a little bit of a while now. Honestly, a long while. We just got sand fleas on this one. I still have this gotcha plug on this other rod. I was hoping that maybe some bluefish, some Spanish, something would be running. I did see somebody catch a jack. Whoa, that was a little while ago. I don't know, I'm just gonna throw this thing around a little bit. I kind of want to take it off and put another rig on this, maybe to catch a pompano or something. But I don't want a school of something to swim by and freaking soil it. I really should be bringing another rod out here to just have a lure on it at all times. We'll throw this around a couple times. If you guys watched a couple videos back, we had some luck, not Spanish mackerel, but we had some bluefish, caught some weak fish. These gotcha plugs can be deadly out on the pier, but you know, sometimes you're at the mercy of Mother Nature. I can't believe there's not like blues around at all. You'd think there'd be at least some bluefish.
Yeah, we caught 2 this morning.
All right, we switched up the rig. We've got a 2 ounce. Hopefully that holds. It looks like it's calmed down here a little bit. Then we just have some pill floats. This is like a little double dropper loop. Sand flea. Oh yeah, what is that? What is that? Oh, yeah, finally something.
Right after you said you hope one. He's actually pretty big.
Yeah, that's a decent one, dude. Let's see here. I just wanted to see how long he was. All right, y'all, there we go. First fish of the day. We're gonna keep this dude. Suck that thing in. That's a nice whiting, dude. Like 13 inches. It is about time, man. I was really starting to doubt the sand flea. I was just starting to lose a little bit of hope, man. It's pretty windy out, so my rods have been bobbing up and down, and the tide, you know, it's been going out and in, ripping like that. I don't know if you guys saw that, just going up and down. So I was a little hesitant. I was like, I don't know if that's a bite. And then I saw the doo-doo-doo-doo. That's cool, man. Not much is happening out here, but I will take that. For a second, I was like, dude, is that the pompano? No. Oh my God. Something bit me there. It was tugging and it looked pompano shaped. All right, so it is another day. We're gonna kind of try to switch things up a little bit. I feel like every time I've been going to the pier recently, just like nobody's catching anything. And you know, the stuff people are catching isn't like super crazy stuff. I spent pretty much all day out there. Caught the one whiting, and I'm pretty freaking sure, dude, I think I hooked into a pompano. I saw like the shape of it. It was really, you know, tugging, and then it just kind of came off. Either way, I saw a few pulled up over the rail, no keepers there. But that means they're here. They're around this area of Northeast Florida. We're looking for clean water. That's why we're gonna be fishing the spot that we're at. There's a lot of sides to this stuff. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're learning as we go. At the moment though, I've kind of just got this tunnel vision. Like, I want to catch a freaking pompano and a keeper pompano. People keep saying, dude, they're such good fish. So tasty, very good. I want to find out, man. Chef First State wants to freaking throw down. So we've got a bunch of stuff out here. Yet again, we've got 2 rods. We're gonna be scooting around. I learned from my mistake last time. I thought that sand fleas were gonna be good enough, but today we've got a couple different kinds of baits. I don't know, we're gonna go see, man. Started this video, I was like, oh, let's just try to catch anything. I'm still kind of like that, but also if you're a freaking pompano and you're around this area, you better watch out. All right, so today we're gonna be fishing a bridge that is like part of an inlet. So we've got the same 2 rods. We've got a bunch of stuff, man. We're gonna figure out when we get out there. There's gonna be a lot of people fishing. And I know that because as I drove by, I saw a lot of people out here, which I think is a good thing. So we've got the scoot. If you notice something today, man, look at this. scoot, no boot. I think things are progressing either way. I don't know. We're gonna stay off it and just kind of scoot around. It's nice, like even if you don't have foot issues, like this thing's kind of sick, man. And not only do we get to scoot to our spot, but we get a nice little seat when we get there. So we fished here a couple times before. If you guys kind of remember, this was an old bridge and they built that bridge over there to the left. That's a new bridge for like cars and stuff. And they just were like, hey, this one can be a fishing bridge. Probably won't be talking too much because it looks kind of close quarters. But we'll get over here, we'll see what we can do. All right, well, this place is packed. There are people with rods all the way up and down. Everybody's got stuff spread out. We've got a couple different baits, like I said. This bag is loaded with some fresh, big old dead shrimp. So right when we got here, I just chucked out 2 pieces of shrimp on a little pompano rig, just that little high-low rig with the little pill floats. This water is dirty, but I think as it goes out, hopefully it's gonna get cleaner and cleaner. People are catching stuff near me though, so that's a good sign. Some whiting. We've got a little bucket, some sand fleas in it. I think it's going to be a day of experimenting and patience. But we'll try a few different things. We might put a pompano rig on this left rod. I just kind of want to throw near some pilings with the sand flea and see, you know, possibly black drum, red drum. I don't know, sheep's head. Just hoping when this tide starts ripping out more, it's going to get a lot more clear. We need that, because look at this. That is not good looking. So I actually came here today because I thought the water was going to be clear. It was a south wind, the beach water is all dirty and stuff, so I thought the inlet bridge would have some cleaner water which was moving and which was important for catching fish, you know, especially pompano. It just was not cleaning up. I figured I'm already here though, so let's make the best of it. You know, it's fishing, you never know, especially the saltwater. You can get lucky even in the dirty water. Well, apparently this clip has no audio. What a super professional fish catcher video person. But I actually started to get nipped. It had been like a few hours. Nobody was really catching anything, but something bit the shrimp, man. And this is saltwater. This fish could be anything, and it's a catfish. Hey man, I'm not mad about that. At least it's a fish. We're not coming out here and not catching, you know, getting skunked. But slowly, like, this situation is kind of the opposite of what we wanted. We wanted clean water and potentially pompano. Mother Nature's like, nah, here's dirty water and catfish. But then it hit me. Last video, if you guys haven't seen that, we were actually wanting to catch catfish. I don't know, man. I think sometimes I'm cursed or Mother Nature's just trolling me sometimes. But at least we caught a fish off this bridge, man. Something else? Oh my gosh. What's up, man? Boop, boop, boop. You sleeping? How come you're laying halfway on the bed, halfway off the bed? Why not just lay on the bed? I swear, man, time flies by so freaking fast. This dog, can you believe this? Like, a lot of you guys were here even before we had Camper, and he's now going to be 5 freaking years old. It's his birthday pretty soon. That's scary, man. Time is freaking flying. We've had this YouTube channel already for basically since like 2017. We had a video posted in 2016, but it really is 2017 is when we started uploading. But that's freaking, like, that's, time is flying, man. That's just another reason you got to make sure whatever you're doing, whether it's fishing, whether it's not catching, whether it's, you know, catching small catfish or one waiting every now and then. It's about being in the moment, man. Living life and just like looking around. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just interesting how life kind of has that way that it works out too. Where last video we were literally trying to catch catfish. We went to a pay-to-fish place. It was a catfish heaven. It was not exactly for us a catfish heaven, but that bridge spot kind of was today. It was weird. Nobody was catching anything. Well, hold on. Like, first right when I got out there, somebody caught a whiting. So right when I got out there, I was like, oh, dude, this is sick. There's whiting. The water's going to clear up. We're going to catch freaking pompano. Yeah, like, nobody really caught anything. It's kind of interesting. I think I heard somebody talk about the moon is in a full moon phase, I believe, and people say that affects the fishing like 3 days before and 3 days after. I don't know how scientifically accurate that is. It's just interesting how much like science and stuff really does go into fishing. But again, a lot of it's just luck too. Like, I'm pretty darn sure we freaking hooked a pompano, and it, I think, would have been a keeper. They need to be 11 inches. That is bad luck. We literally just lost it. But it thickens the plot, right? This battle, man, this beef between us and the pompano has been going on for too long. Something has got to give. I've tried from the beach, bridges, piers. I also think that like this area of Northeast Florida is one of the more difficult ones to actually catch pompano, just because of like how the water clarity, it gets pretty dirty easily. It's not always clean. Like, I think if I went to the Gulf of Mexico part of Florida, I heard it's really good pompano fishing and just good fishing in general. I really want to get out there. We should probably do that soon. And I think like the more south you go, it's like super clear-ish water. It's like a little bit easier, but pompano have big eyes, and they use those eyes to kind of find the bait. From what I've heard and learned, they don't really like the muddiness and the dirty water. That is when you start catching the catfish, the bonnethead sharks, the big old rays and stuff. Which, funny enough, if you guys have been around the channel for a while, you guys know that I try to catch and cook as many different types of species as possible. We've caught a couple different types of catfish before. We've caught and cooked a bonnethead shark, which is another one of those that where the water's dirty, you kind of catch those a lot. Never caught a stingray and eaten it, but we have caught a skate in Delaware, which is like, those things are just everywhere, man. They're like a little bit of a nuisance fish. But yeah, from my knowledge, I don't think I have ever tasted this species of catfish, which I'm pretty sure is a hardhead catfish. There's two like main saltwater ones I think that you catch around here. One is hardhead, one is gaff top sail catfish, which have these big old pointer things out of them. Catfish in general get a bad rep. I mean, I honestly don't prefer catching them because they're slimy and they can hurt you. They have these barbs on the sides. The pectoral fins and dorsal fin all have these spines that have venom in them, and there's some like serious spines, man. Like, if you're wearing Crocs like we got on now, or even like shoes with a harder sole, like I've seen these spines, like especially the dorsal fin, if you step on that, dude, it'll go like through that thing will go into your freaking foot, man. I've heard it stings so freaking bad. So those kind of freak me out, as well as the stingrays, because nobody wants to get freaking stabbed by a stingray barb. Same way with catfish, so I'm always out using the pliers and stuff. But yeah, man, this is gonna be kind of interesting. We're about to hop into the kitchen. I want to cook outside, but again, it's so windy. It's just like, dude, you can't control the weather, but when you have those good fishing days, I know we're not always able to, but it's important, like, when you can, to take advantage of those good days. Because I notice a lot, like, around here, the winds and just the water, it's not always perfect, and it doesn't always have to be perfect to catch good stuff. But we've learned the more clear, the better. Hopefully it'll clear up in the next few days. I have a lot of, like, I have some exciting stuff to let you guys know about. But yeah, man, we kept one of these hardhead catfish. It's going to be interesting because if you guys saw last video, we cooked up a catfish. It was freaking tasty. Are these going to be tasty? I've heard like people say that they're trash. Like some fishing spots, people just throw them on the ground. Like they don't even release them because they're triggered by these catfish. But I Googled it and the internet says that these are pretty decent eating. So we're about to find out, man. Okay, so you can say that cutting this catfish up was catastrophic. Here comes the knife police. So we basically had a very, very dull knife. I just cut off a little nugget, man. We just want to get the taste of what this actually is like. And basically, I'm going to use the rest of this and plus some other fish that we have saved up. And we're going to do some crabbing here soon. You might be like, what the heck is even that? Trust me, this is all part of the plan. That is a piece of hardhead catfish. What's up, dude? If y'all want to see like a whole beautiful catfish cooking, make sure to watch the last video. This is just gonna be quick and easy. I have so many like videos I want to make, so many fish to catch, so many places to go. This one, yeah, did not think we were gonna be eating this today. By the way, dude, I've been on a mango kick. Do y'all know how good mangoes are? All right, butter. All right, I just put a little salt on here. We're just gonna go straight in the pan. Super basic. I just want to see what this tastes like. All right, very quick and simple. That is our piece of catfish. Saltwater catfish. Again, I'm not sure if I've ever eaten a saltwater catfish before. I'm wondering if it just tastes like normal catfish. I've heard that people say these can taste like muddy. I don't know. Let's find out. All right, here we go, man. Cut that thing in half. Nice and white in the middle. Let's give this thing a shot. I don't taste any muddiness. I'm sure if you put a freshwater catfish like what we ate in the last video and then this like right next to each other, season them up the same way, I doubt you could even really tell, man. I just wanted to see, like, I feel like when people say things are trash fishy, I feel like you're just gonna eat it and you're gonna be like, oh, that's bad, or like have a bitter taste, or like people say like a muddy taste, whatever mud tastes like. But that's not bad, man. That's another fish. I mean, you can catch a bunch of those. I don't know how big they get, but if you caught a good amount of those, man, you can have yourself a nice little meal. You don't always need the water to be clean to have food available. Like if you're like out there surviving, these would be like your best friend. Maybe we'll catch a bigger one here one time and we'll get a nice fillet and cook that up. But again, man, I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for all the freaking support. Thank you for the patience. I'm excited about the very near future. Just like, yeah, let's show you guys some stuff. Yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. As always, thank you guys so much for all the freaking support. Better fishing is coming. I was at 666 subs, so maybe I was cursed there for a little bit. But again, thank you guys for watching. See y'all next video.